I am Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Rothschild Judge, founder and chief executive officer of Corporate Law and Securities Incorporated, of which there is a subsidiary, Corporate Medical Industries LLC, the subsidiary of Corporate Law and Securities Incorporated, of which CMI, Corporate Medical Industries, I am the chief resident physician as proprietor. I wanted to talk about something I never get to talk about, and that's my career as a behavioral neuroscientist. Behavioral neuroscience. I have a PhD, and by trade in that career, I am a neurosurgeon, which is a brain surgeon. Neuro, N-E-U-R-O. It may sound familiar in root derivative to neurology, things to do with the brain, how the brain functions. As a behavioral neuroscientist, I study behavioral patterns that can be cognitively attributed to brain functions and frequencies. So the patterns of behaviors of groups as well as individuals as it relates to what the mind is thinking, how the mind is affected. So that's why I know a lot about what's going on, or seem to know a person, because I have that insight by intelligence. Behavioral neuroscience at the PhD is a step above psychiatry, which I also have the psychiatric doctorate, and that puts me at work all of the time, 100% of time, because one thing about it, all humans behave. We behave one way or another. We gain our personalities and character attributes and exhibit them through our behaviors. And so I never really get to talk about that. I'm always talking about the part where I'm a judge, and I do have other medical doctorates, but the PhD in behavioral neuroscience, that's where I spend most of my time. That's the main reason, not the only reason, but the main reason I am on 24/7 work call. I'm working 24/7, and everything counts as work for me, because I have to interact with persons, whether I know them or don't know them, even as simple as being in the same environment and noticing behaviors, overhearing conversations. Our conversations are a part of our behavior. Communication is based on how we behave. Interactions, whether it's hostility and aggression or docility and mild mannerisms. So I love the career. It's a great field to be in, and I do most of my work in that concentration to understand why anyone is behaving the way they are according to what's going on in their mind, how their brain is affected by the environment, what they may be thinking about what's going on, their perceptions, their misconceptions, all of those things. I'm trained for prognosis and diagnosis for those things, and have the terminal degree, meaning the highest degree you can go to is your terminal degree. I have the terminal degree in that field. So coming into a situation, I seem to know more than everyone, even though I wasn't there to witness everything. And I'm always right about it, because when it comes down to the science of it, the scientific facts, then that's truth. That can't be beat. And when I combine my degree in behavioral neuroscience with my PhD in both divinity and theology, which are spiritual things, then I can understand the culmination of mankind, and that's how that works. But I love it. Being a neurosurgeon is it's interesting at the best and the worst. It's interesting, and well, I just thought I'd mention that today, because I never talk about that particular degree, but that is the one that I use 24/7, whether it's with sleep suggestion, where I'm noticing sleep patterns, or prognosing issues with one being at rest, descansar, for someone to rest or to relaxation techniques, because that all affects the brain, and it is all a mental notion. So when I'm around persons who have mental health issues, other types of disorders whereby the brain functions a certain way because of any particular reason, then I'm the expert on that, and I have insight and know about it completely. I never try to be anyone's primary physician, though, and I do make references and referrals for primary physicians. I make reference prescriptions for, according to prognosis, for persons to take to their primaries if they're open to receiving that. But when I deal with persons, their behaviors, their attitudes, their mental health conditions, their issues, the psychology of it, be it professional or personal, that's work for me. So to say I'm anywhere at any particular point and I have to notice anyone, or if I have to even engage in simple greeting conversation, hi, how you doing? Fine. Okay, good to see you, goodbye. That's work for me. Especially when it's strangers or persons that I otherwise would not know, except that we're in the same environment or climate. So just wanted to share that today. How's everybody doing? All right, so in closing, dealing with mental health issues on a daily basis, around the clock, because I can't avoid being around people who have mental health issues or other types of disorders, is work for me. And that's where the co-pays and things like that come in that are owed and due to me, but people never pay for whatever reason they blame on their mental health issue or capacity. A lot of times people want to pretend like I know them or we're friends to negate from having to pay me anyway, anything, when actually they owe me, because I deal with them from a profession. I deal with everyone from a professional capacity when it comes to that. And I combine that degree with any other degree that covers whatever's going on at that time or in the situation, climate, or environment. And that's how that goes. It doesn't sound interesting. It's boring. Aburrido. I can't believe it. It's got to be interesting. There's more about it, but there's not enough time to talk about it. So you all have a great day.